Hey guys, Brad-Duct Tape-Hale here with more Beach Bounce. So, we're going through, we're trying to get a good ending. So, let's continue on. Let's go with the car park. Head over to keep Minami company. It's bright and sunny out, but you've had a lot of time for the beach. Tomo, you're with me today? For as long as you'll have me. She grins and bounces over to you, watching out for the trip hazards before clinging onto your arm. Her breasts squeeze up around you and you blush, glancing away. I never took you for being the shy one, Tomo. Well, I was a little off guard. Well, I'm just jealous. She huffs up at you. Jealous? Well, it's been ages since I've had you all to myself. Let's kiss her, baby! You lean down and give her a kiss. Minami freezes before, purring in delight, lips parting a little. We're saving on that one. Oh, it's the kiss animation from earlier. Okay, Tomo, you're forgiven. You sneak a number of little kisses throughout the day between greeting people. Aww. As usual, she's fantastic with other people, though you're no slouch. You're definitely finding it easy. At one point, an elderly gentleman is prickly disappointed in you when you tell him he can't camp on the beach. But of course, back in his day, things were different. It's no excuse, though. He did relent after Minami came over with puppy eyes, at least. If you're feeling tired, warm, and fuzzy, it's a nice combination. Honestly, it will be impossible to scratch your mood. Your thoughts turn momentarily to Umi, and your mood sours a little. Okay, not quite impossible, but you still hope she'll do better. We suspect it's pretty serious by now. You're glad when you wake up. You were half sure you'd wake up miserably ill, or you have thrown out your back. But nope, you're in one piece. You roll out of the bed and check your phone. No messages. You're tempted to call Umi and check on her, but if she's asleep, that would be a bad move. You opted for something healthy for once, finishing an apple as you walk out into reception. Tomo, I've got something to ask you. You're blindsided by Yuki and adjust her glasses. Whoa there! Come over here, please. You take a cautious step back and she looks all apologetic. You follow her, unsure. Sorry. She takes a deep breath. Is there something seriously wrong with Umi? I know she's in the hospital, but I thought she was recovering from exhaustion. She looks you up and down, worried. Do you know anything? We're gonna go with lies. You backpedal a little. Granny didn't want you to tell anyone. No. She's just got a cold she can't shake off. So the doctors are keeping her around. She knew I was on hard times, so in the meantime she... Bullshit, Tomo. She frowns at you, eyes a little moist and obviously unhappy. Bullshit, and we both know it. She takes a deep breath. She hands you a page of figures and titles. It's an expense sheet. A large chunk of money was moved out of beach assets and moved into a personal account. That's weird. I mean, it's her resort. She can do what she likes, and she doesn't put this in the red. But I did dig a little. She points out to one of the outgoing figures. Holy shit, how much money does this place make? That account's a new one she opened. And it's the company's name is for a life insurance firm. That could just be caution. She already has an account like that. I think it's a funeral and law fee. You look over the pages again and check in the company name on your phone. Her thinking's pretty spot on. Okay, you're right. But I only suspected it. I have no proof. She told me to keep it quiet. Tomo, I can't deal with this. I think you trust me enough to say something. Sorry, but it's my secret to tell. Well, I suppose. We can't tell anyone else. Not right now, at least. You nod in agreement, and Yuki sniffles for a moment, trying to get herself back under control. Tomo, Take the desk for the rest of the day, please. I need to go pay Umi a visit. In between taking calls and organizing bookings throughout the day, you've taken a glance. Some of them do build a pretty dramatic picture. Wills, fees, business notice. Starting to look like she didn't expect to come back out of this. Door slid open in the front, revealing an utterly distraught-looking Yuki. She sniffed and doesn't make eye contact with you. Not wanting to do it out in the open, you take her into the meeting room. Are you okay? No. Not really. If I'm honest, I'll take the desk for the rest of the day. Go take some time off. The day's basically done. You should leave this to me and go get some rest. I don't think I'll be able to sleep. Go on. She looks up and clears her throat. Eyes red. Chew. Why Yuki thought you'd have any better time getting some sleep, you have no idea. It's a total flip-flop on how you felt last night. The worries about your grand have solidified into solid dread. If you let yourself sit there feeling miserable, you know you won't get any sleep. You slip out of bed and put on some lazy clothes for a walk. As you walk, take you to a familiar sight again. Last time you couldn't sleep, this was the first moving here. And you passed out in the hot springs. I could probably do this without passing out. Take off your clothes and realize again you've forgotten your swimwear. You sink into the water, feeling it leach through your muscles. You look yourself over, feeling a little proud, actually. The regular eating and exercise is kind of like magic after the years of student living. You close your eyes and get as much of yourself under the water as you can, wriggling. You wake up feeling a little less disconnected. A glance at the clock shows it's already noon. How in the hell? You reach out in the direction of your bedside table, finding your phone. A glance shows no messages. Seems you weren't missed today. You get up and stretch, joints protesting with a long time spent lying down. After a quick wash, you step outside. The sunlight is beaming and soaking into you. It's been a while since you've walked out here. You don't much feel up to seeing any of the girls. Why, Tomo, hello there. This is an interesting coincidence. She smiles warmly at you. Fate, perhaps? I'm not convinced I believe in fate, Minami. She giggles gently. It's like music in your soul. The weight you've been carrying around seems to shift inside. Do you mind if I join you? I'd love nothing more. Please. There's more than enough for two of us to eat as well. Your stomach grumbles as you realize you missed 3 meals by now. She giggles again, patting the blanket. Tea? She picks up a flask and pours a cup, taking a sip from it and holding it out to you in offering. When you accept it, you have a mouthful yourself. She blesses a little. Hey? Something the matter? That's a little like an indirect kiss, Tomo. You hand her back the cup with a grin. Cute. It's nice seeing you again. Did you spend all your time here? She shrugs slightly, still smiling. It's close to home, Tomo. What can I say? I love this little spot. Good memories of this beach. How have you been? Mostly okay. Only mostly, Tomo? Well, you spend the next few hours talking with Minami about your grand, about the girls. Gradually, the food and drink are all finished up, and Minami keeps looking up at the sky, concerned. Is something wrong? No, Tomo, it's just I have to go. Sorry. Will you remember me? Of course I will. Her calm, tender demeanor slips for a moment without worry. Then she leans over the blanket, kissing you. I want to make sure. As you kiss deeply, you can't help but reach for her dress strap. Moving your head back, you see her nod, allowing you to continue. Her dress disappears, and though she blushes a little, she seems happy. Slowly, as you begin to kiss again, you lower her bra too. Squeezing her perked breasts evokes a small gasp and moan from her lips. Before you can enjoy them more, she suddenly breaks the kiss. Sorry, I'll be back again when I'm able. At least you know you will definitely remember me now. You're caught off guard by the sudden change when she slips behind the rock, but you stay on the spot, confused. Okay? You're woken up by thoughts rolling around in your head like the ocean waves. Your second week at Beach Bounce is already coming to a close. Alright, we're good on time. Already coming to a close. Well, if you were to look at the calendar, it would seem short time, but you've already done so much. What more is that a starting number of women who seem to be showing an interest in you. A lot. And you're only here thanks to your gran being unwell. What a disconcerted thought. Come on, Tomo. Let's get in the game. You just shake out those thoughts, slapping your face and climbing out of bed. Tomo! There's a knock at your door as you leave the shower in a towel. Give me a moment, I'm getting dressed. You're pretty sure you're hearing ooh, but you locked the door last night and aren't pounced on. Well, I at least opened the door. Minako stood out there giving you puppy dog eyes. About time. Ooh! You lean in and give her a kiss. Her expression brightens up immediately. She takes in a deep breath and lets it out gently. Yay! Aw, want to help me out this morning? Sure, can't hurt. You're getting into the stride of things when Yuki comes outside. Tomo, do you have your phone? Why? Is yours out of... Oh. You expect your own. It's out of juice. Sorry, I didn't think it was much help to you. That's... She frowns and rubs her arms. That can't be good. Yuki, is everything okay? I... Probably. Can I borrow Tomo for a second, please? Minako still seems concerned, but she nods. Oh, I'm so stiff. Make sure to properly stretch your hand before you play games like this. For God, I've been playing for 5 hours. Oh my God. Alright, back to the grindstone. Of course. Yuki, what's the matter? Her lip trembles and she sniffles, looking around. I got a call from the hospital. Umi's condition has gotten worse. She sniffs again. She's not gonna. Yuki bursts into tears, sniffling and looking down. You drop into a chair. The strength leaves your legs. There's a cold lump in your throat that you can't swallow down. Oh, Gran. You sat on the uncomfortable visitor chair, looking at the sleeping form of your Gran. She seems drawn and pale, hooked up to an unsettling number of tubes. Come on, Tomo. It's time to head back. Yuki sounds tired, but you both been up for most of the day and night. Your third week, drawn on the sad sight. Yeah. Okay. Taxi ride back to Beach Bounce was a somber one. Yuki's known Umi since Beach Bounce opened, after all. You both sat on a desk in the meeting room, quiet next to each other while everyone else files in. They seem to pick up on the mood in the room, waiting quietly for the group to gather. Yuki looks at you, and you wave her on. I'm afraid there's going to be some bad news I have to tell everyone. All the girls fidget, fighting down the impulse he acts. You know, Umi's been off for a little bit, and I'm afraid it's worse than previously thought. She's in the hospital, and the diagnosis for recovery isn't promising. There's still hope, right? All the eyes in the room look at Minako, to Yuki, to you. You take a deep breath and slip out. Nobody stops you as you go. You let the door close behind you. You can hear Yuki answering questions. You head up to the pier, hoping for a little space of your own brain by being surrounded. It doesn't have much of an effect, though. Someone seems to notice you. Hey, why the long face? We're gonna save here. I'm gonna try something. Oh, hi, Nymph. I expected a proper hello from you at the very least. She reached out and grabbed your chin, turning you look her in the eye, those deep glittering eyes. Ah, family trouble. Hot. I know just the cure. Is it sex? Whoa! That's straightforward. She feigns hurt. Right. Have I really become so see-through? Is the once coy nymph an open book? She often folds her arms. What'll it be then? Huh. I don't want to risk it. I think I'm going to go with sorry I'm not in the mood. Sorry, Nymph, and I really don't have it in me. You're careful not to look in the eyes because you know that turning her down will only be made harder by it. You expect more frustration from it than being rejected, but instead you get a pat on the shoulder. Fair enough. Catch you later, Tomo. Might as be close as the girl gets to considerate. Hey, Tomo! More? Who was she? Just a woman. Oh, well, I came here to give you something. Yeah, what is it? You muster up a smile, doing your best not to look so melancholy. Warm arms wrapped around your chest and Sakura snuggles into you, head over shoulders. Just a reminder, we're all here for you, but you should be strong for the others. Not for you? I'm unflippable. She releases your eye from the snuggle hug. Go take the day, we got this covered. See, no messages actually come as a relief. You drop it down on the bed and stretch. Now you saying miserable, it only makes things worse. Save it for when, if Gran goes. Sandy Beach. The sand and sun call for you, as does the company of Aiko. Tomo, hey there! Aiko gives you a wave, bouncing the volleyball back and forth between her hands. Hey there yourself, Aiko! How are you doing? I'm good. The question is, are you? You rub the back of your head, sighing. Yeah, all things considered, I've got my shit together now, at least. Good. She smiles brightly at you, placing the ball down. Still, a bit early to be down on the beach, isn't it? I needed to stretch my legs. I'll get ready for work in a bit, and keep you company after. There's a banging on your door, and you're bolting upright, scrabbling at the sheets. I'm awake! Something's wrong. The sun's not out yet. You've not overslept. Hello? Can mean only a few things. You figure surprise sex is low on the list. The rest is pretty unlucky. Tomo! Your door's open with a key that is not yours, and Yuki stands there in the entryway. Yuki! You can see her face from the silhouette of the moonlight, but you can hear a sniffle. She sits on the corner of your bed, and you can tell that she's holding an open envelope. She drops it in your lap and waits while you flick on the bedside lamp. The letter appears to be from Umi. To my lovely family at Beach Bounce. It figures this old body of mine couldn't fight off whatever nastiness has it in its grip. But please do not be too sad. I've had a wonderful life with you all at the Bounce. There's a lump in your throat as you force yourself to swallow it down. Beach Bounce will be left in the good hands, those of my grandson, Tomoyo. You sniff and wipe your eyes. The rest of the letter is hard to read. About how she's enjoyed herself. I hope you look forward to working with Tomoyo in the future. I have faith in the boy, but he will need your help. You gently slide the letter into the envelope, placing it on your bedside table. Yuki gets up from behind your bed, walking over to your door. Good night, Tomoyo. We'll sort this out tomorrow morning. And I'm sorry for your loss. Cancel the envelope. Sure, you'll reread it a few times as you're able to sleep. If you're able to sleep. I'm sorry for everyone's loss. Oh, wow. This is kind of a deep story. Everyone files in step by step without a word. They can see in mine and Yuki's face that isn't news of miraculous recovery. You should take the lead. You give Yuki a nod and face the assembled ladies. Gran's Umi has passed away. She did so last night, and the letter was couriered over to us almost immediately afterwards. I made the necessary calls around to check, and the contents of the letter have been confirmed. Though there will be an official reading of her will after the funeral. You hear Minako sniffle in the crowd, and Yuki pulls her in for a hug. Sorry that it's such short notice, but at the funeral will be tomorrow. She was nothing if not prepared. At the beach bounce, Tomo, Yuki clears her throat, indicating you. Please meet your new boss, Tomoyo. You rub the back of your head looking down. The group doesn't seem sure if they should congratulate you You save him the awkwardness by speaking up again. I'll be going through the process of getting beach baths up and running as soon as possible. Your jobs are safe. If anyone wants to resign, I won't stop you, though I will beg you to stay. Something like amused sniffles came back across one of them. Good enough. Everyone comes to you one by one to offer their condolences and hugs. You're feeling plenty hugged out by the time things are over. It was a strange funeral. I've always associated with the gray skies, black suits, dramatic rain, but we hadn't really been given any chance to prepare funeral clothes. We just stood there in the neatest wear we had. Dad didn't even show up. It was sudden. He wouldn't have dropped work for anything after all. You're sure that it's an excuse he gave for himself at any rate. Instead of all the girls, even a few business suppliers turned up, though it felt very meet and greet. It's altogether possible Gran set it up, like this on purpose. You stood there in the sun, around the urn, and talked about your fondest memories of her. You dread to think about the paperwork that follows with inheriting a successful business. And guys, that's all I got for this episode. I'm sorry this took such a somber turn. It's actually kind of an interesting story. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, smash the like button. Give me all the comments you got there. And tell me if you're actually enjoying this. I am. I love it. I think it's pretty cool. So guys, remember, like always, like duct tape. Stick to it. Bye-bye.